Welcome to FXcast. This is our FXcast market analysis for Monday, May 30th, 2011. In each of our videos, we try to identify high probability trading setups. We evaluate the gold chart for any leading indications. We'll come up with a low volatility watch list, an insight bar watch list. We'll review the economic calendar and see how it affects our open trades. So let's pull up the charts. Okay, so we're starting off with the gold chart. Here's our gold daily chart. And we've been watching this bounce here. We watched this bounce here. We actually have sort of a W pattern, which we are breaking now. We've been watching here also in this ascending wedge pattern. This W pattern right here. We're breaking that neckline of the W pattern. And we're already up here at 37.80. So certainly it looks like we want to make a run for the past swing high. Our market profile puts our volume support at about 27. 1527, there's some volume support. We do have a little vacuum in there below 1535, back down to 1527 in that range. But it is good to see. Let's check the last thing here. On a daily, here's our breakout, good size candle. Come down and, well, the volume's average. It's not great, it's not bad. It would be better if it at least was bigger than here than our pullback day. So we have to be a little cautious. We may see some more sideways action. It doesn't look like it's going to sprint up to this past high. Now, what's interesting is when we compare gold with some of our dollar currency pairs. The first one we're going to look at is the pound dollar. Look at this nice move. First, we thought we had a breakdown, but the whole time this happened, we talked about the wicks that the buyers found value. Then we came up to the 20 moving average, and we talked about if we break here, here's our next stop. It stopped here, and we've continued. Now, the thing that's interesting is that this last move higher came on volume. That last burst, compared to what we saw on gold, we can see that this burst up has come on some volume, especially in compared to the prior day. So that's good. Now you can also make an argument that this is a resistance spot. There was definitely some consolidation in this 1.650 price range. You guys know me. After 4 big days like this, I'm looking for a pullback. I think we can say that our ascending wedge basically held. We have now broken out of this big consolidation range. That's good. So we can say that we have a sideways to up pattern. And so I'll let it pull back and then try to trade that up. Now when we bring in our market profile, we can see that the volume support is at, point of control is at 1.6432. And the top of that is at 1.6446. So there is a little volume support below us, which would be basically halfway of the daily candle. So I think we're okay. Let's see what happens on the pullback. Now when we go gold and the Aussie dollar, we can now see the Aussie dollar trying to catch back up to gold as it was mimicking it very well, and then we had some weakness. And so here on the daily, we can see the 50 moving average held up, 20 moving average, which was acting as resistance. We broke that, and so now we got to watch just one last thing. We drew an uptrend line. This was been here for a while, and we closed right there. We also can take our horizontal line and see the resistance in there. So we're at a resistance spot. Let's pull up our market profile. And here we can see the point of control is at 1.0688, so there is some volume support just below us, So the last one we're going to watch is, here's gold and here's the euro dollar. And what we can see is our descending wedge that we are watching did get a breakout. Our close is just above the 15-20 moving average. Our close is just above this resistance at 1.425. And so that's good. So what we want to see is if this can get all the way back up here to 1.414, at least to these wicks in here. And just like the other ones, our move up to on Friday did come with some volume, so that is good. So definitely think that this move can move higher. Let's bring up our market profile, and we can see. Oh well, let's try that one more time. There we go. Market profile. Even though our point of control is all the way down here at 1.4132, there is some volume support up here at 1.4265 also. So I like to see this one continue to move higher and reaffirm or get back into the uptrend that the euro dollar was in for a while. First trade we're going to look at is the pound yen. We've been looking at this for a couple of days. Sort of a wedge pattern. We've been snaking around the 200 and the 50 and the 20. We broke out just a little bit and we're pausing. So let's pull up the charts and see where we are now. Here's our pound yen. We've been looking at this for a little bit here. And the first thing we see is this wedge that we were watching. We were watching the snake around the 200 moving average. And then we finally did break out, and then we put in a couple dojis here, a doji here at the 50 moving average, and as the market is opening now, it's still another doji starting off. Now what we can see is that first of all, our point of control is 133.12, ton of volume in this area, so it's going to take a lot. And this is why we have these 2 days of consolidation, because it's going to take a lot. We really need to see this one get above 45, 133.45. Wrong one. Really need to see this get above 133.45 to try to move higher. And we can see that right here. Or if it gets below 132.85, we might see a move lower, which would get us below the 20 moving average. But again, we can see the buyers see value in there, so we're still going to watch this one. We're also going to look at the euro yen. We basically have a sideways chart. There's a descending wedge, descending triangle. We're going to look break below all the wicks is our conservative entry, or break above the 20 and the 50 moving average to the upside. Let's pull up the chart and get a look. Here we have the euro yen. And we can do a couple things. First, we can come over here, draw a downtrend line right in there. Then we can come over here, draw an uptrend line, so we can see another one of our lovely wedges. We do seem to be right in between the 20 and the 50 moving average and the 200, just like the pound yen that we looked at. And so this one just hasn't broken out like the pound yen did, which broke out slightly. When we come into market profile, we can see the point of control, 115.46. Ton of volume here, so it's going to be tough to get through that and finally get up here to like 116.30 to really, get out of this volume, 116.15 for an up move. And there is a little vacuum here, and then there's some more volume support. So we would have to get all the way down here to 114.70-ish to look like a move to the downside, which would get us below our uptrend line here. So we're going to continue to watch this one, see if we can finally get out of this snaking move. Next we have the dollar Canadian. We're in a sideways up. Long term it's in a downtrend. The last month it's been an uptrend, so we have an ascending wedge pattern. Let's pull up the charts and take a look. Here we have the dollar Canadian, and what I'm watching here is certainly we have our uptrend line that's, not, as it gets up here, it's not off screen. And then we have a little, you can see all these wicks. So we have some resistance here at 98.15. So, again, I'm just watching this to see which way it's going to go, see which way that, we've been consolidating, so see if this is going to ever come back to this downtrend. Because remember, long term, we're in a downtrend. Short term, we're in an uptrend. So just want to see which way this is going to go. What's good is the 20s crossing above the 50s, so there's a little bushes there. But look at this market profile. I mean, look at this. Just all this volume. All this volume. So we would have to get above 97.95 just to get above the bulk of it, to potentially move higher. And we would have to get below basically where we are. We have to get below about 97.60, even better below 97.50 to possibly make a run lower. So those are some places that I would watch. But again, this is just want to see which way this one is going to break out. Okay, as we sit right now, we don't have any pairs fitting up to a textbook low volatility watch list, and we don't have any real insight bars that we're going to trade. So just keep up. We'll try to keep you updated through our Twitter account, but right now we don't have any for our watch list. Let's go check out the economic calendar. Okay, we're going to take a moment and take a look at our economic calendar. And we can see the New Zealand merchandise, talk a little bit about retail. And then that's for Sunday. And going into Monday, we'll click on that, let that load. And we can see a little small, notice that there's nothing going on in the United States. It's Memorial Day, so the banks and everything are closed. So that could affect volume. There could be a little bit light on a volume, which means anything can happen when we have lighter volume. Light volume, some patterns no longer pan out because of that. But we can see on the Canadian, we've got GDP. So I believe we talked about the dollar Canadian as a trade, so that certainly is going to affect it. And we had 2 yen trades, so we've got housing spending, and more importantly, we have unemployment rate. And we also have industrial production. So those 2 yen trades that we mentioned also could be greatly affected by these economic releases. Okay, guys, as always, we want to thank you for watching our videos here at FXcast. Go ahead and continue to send your questions about the currency pairs, questions about different trading setups, the economic releases. Any questions that you have, send them to analysis@fxcast.com. Again, send your questions to analysis@fxcast.com, and we'll be sure to reply back. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.